0.68 BNB worth a little over $400. That's what's left on the TVL for Baked Beans Reloaded. On this video, I'm going to show you what happens to a miner when people stop depositing, and this was one of the most hyped protocols of the year. Not long ago, miners were one of the most popular type of protocols on the ROI dapps niche. Most, if not all, let's say 99.9% of these protocols on the ROI dapps niche, they are Ponzi's. They don't have other types of revenue outside from people depositing into the protocol, making it to be a pyramid scheme, aka Ponzi. Now, what happened with Baked Beans Reloaded, and I did cover this earlier on the year when it launched, in order to let people know how these type of protocols work. I don't care if you want to play the game, I'm just sharing the information about it. And there were many people in the comments saying, this will go to the moon, this will last forever. Well, the time will tell, and time just told us that it pretty much died down. The only people who can interact with the contract, you can see the last interaction was 2 hours ago, then there's some 7 hours ago, 14 hours ago, 17 hours ago. So there's still dozens of transactions happening here, but only the people who were very, very early are still able to take some sort of profit. Because the people who were late in the game, they will not have enough beans or miners generating yield. Therefore, you'll spend more in gas fees, paying more BNB than you would potentially receive by withdrawing from the contract. That's why being early is so crucial. You'll have more miners, you'll get the best price, and you'll get to profit while the TVL goes up. If you go here on the analytics, you'll see what happened. This performed different from the original. The original had 2 cycles. It was dying out, and then another cycle came in, something happened. These things are very hard to predict. Maybe there was a specific video that made it start the second cycle. It's hard to tell, but you see here with this one, it had a huge hype in the start. So for the first week or two, the BNB balance went to over 2000 BNB. So the people who deposited before this, like I would even say at the point where it was 2000, but let's say 1000, 1500, probably they at least got their initial back. But the people who were very early and under 1000 BNB, those were probably the ones who got to take some sort of profit out of this, at the expense, of course, of other users that came much later on in the game. So you can see that nothing that they promised worked, and I told you on one of my videos that they were doing the same type of strategy that I had experienced with another miner. They said they would put up different revenue streams with the merchandise, and I don't recall exactly what else, but I did cover that in one of my videos, and it didn't work. That's what I told you. So you see, the TVL went down by the day, so this was not a fun ride for people who deposit at the top. And if you knew the risks, it's your call, it's your choice, of course, but that's why I kept making videos and warning you so that you understand the mechanics behind the miner. Now, the whole narrative behind this one was we are entering in a new bull run, and our previous Baked Beans protocol was the most successful dApp of history, so it will repeat itself again. We're going to take advantage of this new bull run and make it work. They said the contract was an improved version. It would not allow people to take advantage of it like in the first version. So they kind of were trying to say that the first one didn't make it because the YouTubers promoting it, they drained the contract. So this is proof, guys. Although there's different mechanics that can make a miner to have a longer time span, whenever the TVL starts going down, it's very rare for it to recover. And not even a quote-unquote improved contract would stop it. I told you that on my previous video. In my earlier videos, you can see I did cover a lot of these dApps, so I know what I'm talking about. I played a lot of these type of games, and it's always going to be a gamble. We never know how high it can go. There were some people asking me in the comments back in May, April, asking if I thought the project could last through the summer. And I was kind of doubting, and it happened to be the case that it didn't. So you see, on June, it was already going down. On July, it was even lower at 125 BNB. And then on August, it was pretty much dead with already under 25 BNB in just August the 2nd. So they, or the team in that case, they moved on to another leg of the project. Because you know what, before showing you what happened with the token, let me just share with you who profited was actually not only the people who got in earlier, it was also the devs, because they did take a tiny fee for each deposit, each withdrawal, and I believe even each time that you compounded or rebaked your beans. And then they decided to launch the token. And you can see here, this is the 1-year chart. So this launched back in earlier of 2024, May the 28th, and it went up to an all-time high of 3.6 cents of a dollar. From there on, it dipped down and then it slowly died out. Kind of like what happened with the miner, you see? But again, I'm not sure if there was any fees involved with buying and selling the token. I don't think there were. But if there was, the only people who profited for sure would be the devs. So right now it's pretty much dead. Price has 3 zeros before we see the first number, and it's very much under the price at launch, which was 1 cent. And then eventually they launched Magic Beans, which was a gambling platform. I don't think this is still available. I mean, after all, the Baked Beans token was the governance token of the platform. So yeah, it's showing up an application error. So this is probably already not operating anymore. But all the things that you see here, like merchandise, it didn't help the miner. The flip game, it didn't help the miner. This gambling platform, it didn't help. And eventually they had to admit that and say that, hey, we'll move on to the next thing. If you believe in the team, if you believe in the project, of course you'll follow along. But the point of the video is showing you the risks of going into these miners and believing in this type of plays, because they will promise you the moon, but very often they will not reach the moon. Actually, everything put together, the token, the miner, the gaming platform, I don't think they even came close to the performance of the first Baked Beans. A quick look at their Telegram group also doesn't show all that much activity. It seems to be pretty much dead. Let's see the latest pinned announcement. So this was in September 7th. Major announcement saying we will be completely rebranding and launching a new token and rebranded casino. Trading of Baked will be stopped at September 8th. Liquidity pool unlocks on the 17th of November. So this is alluding to the post on Twitter. So I guess they're trying to relaunch with the rebranding, a new casino. But again, it's going to be a gamble. It can succeed. After all, it's crypto. But if you were one of the people that fell into the hype, you didn't know in what you were getting into, and now you think all DeFi is a scam, all crypto is a scam, make no mistake, these are Ponzi's. So if you want to know more about generating passive income by investing in real, legit DeFi opportunities that provide real utility, I'll have a link in the description that will help you get acquainted with it. It's specifically designed for beginners, helping them to understand what yield farming is, how it works, how it generates yield. And if you want to know more about that and you enjoy this type of content, like and subscribe. We are on a mission to show you all the ways you can earn yield with DeFi, with crypto, start to apply it. And there's actually groups where you can join communities of people who are already investing in DeFi. You'll find a link for those also down in the description. If you have any questions about this specific topic, how to generate yield with yield farming, let me also know in the comments. I'll get back to you. So if you enjoyed this type of content, guys, like and subscribe. I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you took value from it. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.